Welcome back to another video. This is a paid request, and by the way, for those interested, requesting any type of videos, topic, tier list, ranking, movie review, re-review, tier list ranking, I always said that, video game playthrough, an hour, a full playthrough, commentary reaction, whatever the case, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below in the info box. I'll get to as soon as I can. Excuse me while I do my cocaine. Because the people making this definitely needed it. Actually, no, more like this is what people watching Kraven the Hunter. They're watching and they're like, sorry, what? Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Because they gotta wake up. In fact, I bet more people would rather be hit with a dick in the face than watch this movie again. Because at least that'd be more to tell. Because there's not much to tell about this plot, the story. Sorry, while I do more cocaine. Shit, it's not coke, it's mellow yellow. I hit the wrong one. Kraven the Hunter cost at least $110 million. It's made $17 million in the US and $42 million worldwide. Imagine that. At least $110 million budget, and so far it's only made a little over $40 million worldwide. That's a bomb. That's a massive bomb. And I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. I told you in streams. I told you in certain videos. This was going to bomb because no one would care. No one is going to care. No one is doing... They're not going to give a flying fuck. They're not going to give a shit about a Kraven the Hunter movie with no Spider-Man. Big surprise. Directed by J.C. Chandor. J.C. must be called Jesus Christ. As in, Jesus Christ, this movie sucks. Mr. J.C. Chandor? Maybe you need Jesus. No one wanted to see Kraven the Hunter without Spider-Man. Sony has screwed up multiple times. And honestly, I don't know whether they should have just sold all the Spider-Man stuff. But then you could argue, well, the Spider-Man themselves are making money. But then how much of that now do you have to share with Marvel? Venom made money, and that was their big mistake. Well, one of 50 big mistakes. They made Venom. It made a lot of money. Because Venom is a popular character. Yes, people would like to see him with Spider-Man, but he is a popular character. Hell, they made 3 shitty Venom films, and a chunk of them made money. Imagine if they made 3 really good Venom films, and what they could have done. It's like they made 3 crap ones, and so Venom is a popular character. People underestimate how popular. So many people have like Venom shirts and Venom merchandise, and they like them in the cartoons, and they like them. Like, it's like Deadpool. We're not going to make a Deadpool movie. Trailer got leaked out. Oh, I just won't make one. And then lo and behold, do a film with Wolverine and makes $1 billion this year. Shock. Venom. If you did it well, and you did it right, of course it's a moneymaker. Again, they did crappy ones that were a moneymaker. But Sony, they took that success and said, well, damn, if Venom made this much money, people want to see solo Venom, solo villain movies. They want to see solo villain. No, 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 no. It's because Venom was popular. They don't want to see a solo Doc Ock movie, or a solo Mysterio movie, or a solo Morbius movie, or a solo Madam Web movie, or a solo Kraven the Hunter movie. They don't want to see that. They did not want to see it. They did not care. Because those characters are not as popular nearly as much as Venom. Those characters they liked with Spider-Man, but not by themselves. You would think after the first one they did was a massive bomb, they would stop, and they didn't. They just kept doing it. By this point, when they were making Kraven the Hunter, how could they not see the writing on the wall of, well, damn, this movie was this much of a bomb and this movie was this much of an embarrassment? But call it hubris, call it ego, call whatever the case, but they just feel like, well, ours will be better, ours will be different. It's not, man. And from what I understand, Sony said we're not making any more of these type of movies unless it's Venom. Because I know Tom Hardy says he'll never make another Venom movie. Bullshit. They pay him enough money, he'll do it. Never say never. It's like Sean Connery. I will never do James Bond again. Then he did Never Say Never again, and that's why it was called that. Just never say never. Oh, Sigourney Weaver, kill me off. Here's 20 million or so, or 17, however much she got. You get to be a clone. Okay, I'll do it. Alien Resurrection. You never say never. Oh, Michael Keaton will never be Batman again. Oh, he was in a shitty Flash movie, and then in a Batgirl movie that you will never see. So never say never. I know I'm 6 minutes in, I'm not talking about this, because the whole Sony thing... Sony, yeah, and Cher. You know, sadly, it is like Sonny Bono. They ran right into the fucking tree and killed themselves. Sad but true. So, yeah, might as well... Yeah, they should be called Sonny Bono right now, sadly. Actually, no, Sonny deserves better than that. Because he had more talent in these fucking movies. So, fuck that. I'm not even going to do that. Because Sonny, he's more talent than this shit. His songs are better than this fucking shit. Got Me Babe and all that. So, Kraven the Hunter, I remember liking the character and some of the comics I read, some of the cartoons I saw him in, with Spider-Man. When I would fight him in video games, the Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, I believe it was that one. It was interesting to fight him. It was interesting for him to be a villain in that. But here he's not a villain. He's an anti-hero. And they cast Aaron Taylor Johnson. Now, that's a guy that I liked in Bullet Train. He's come a bit of a long way since Kick-Ass. But I don't know if he was the right guy for this part. And he wasn't done any favors with the script, or the lack of energy, or the lack of cohesion, or direction in this. This is like it was cut up to be edited cut up like a bunch of paper dolls and edited random by fucking Windows. Put on my fucking video editor and just put random and edit the scenes together. Because there are times where Kraven he's just here, and then he's just there, and then he's over there. I'm like, did he teleport? He's in Turkey, now he's here, now he's there. I'm like, what the fuck? How did we get to here? I don't know. You probably don't either. But yeah, Sony... Again, I go back and forth. If they had sold the Spider-Man stuff, they probably could have gotten a big paycheck. And here's the thing. With the connection with Spider-Man, I'm sure they made money. Of course. You got the Spider-Verse movies. You got whatever deal they have with Disney. However profit sharing works. Well, if any. I would assume something. But with the amount of bombs they've had, how much money they've lost, how embarrassed they've gotten, part of me wonders if it was just a raw deal that they just kept hanging on. I know they wasted a lot of money. Sorry, I know I'm not saying anything because I'm sitting there going, what the hell do I talk about with this film? It's funny that they released the first 8 minutes on YouTube to get people to watch, and obviously it did not work. And the first 8 minutes seems like a scene that could have been placed anywhere in the movie, but they put at the beginning where there's a Russian prison transport. He goes into a cell where his roommate looks like Lurch from the Addams Family. He finds this guy, stabs him with a tiger tooth, kills a couple people, escapes, gets on a plane, and then while he's on the plane, then we have 16 years earlier a big flashback where he's with his half-brother. Their dad is Russell Crowe. They're told their mom is dead. They're made to go on a hunt for lions. While they're going on, our lead saves his brother, half-brother, from a lion. He makes a connection where he's about to shoot, but he doesn't, but his dad's a dickhead and shoots at the lion anyway. Our lead gets grabbed, shaken around, pulled away, and thank God for fate, luck, karma, whatever, that there's this voodoo lady with her daughter, or whatever. Was her daughter someone she knew? Anyway, she tosses this little girl who's Calypso. I believe Calypso was a voodoo lady in the comics. And says, here's this card, here's this card, here's this card. It's a straight flush. Get the fuck out. No. It's a Yahtzee. No. It's, here's a potion, and you don't meet someone, and you don't give them this potion, and it's going to heal them. And why don't you just give him the guy... Why don't you just give her the guy's name, his social security, and his address, and his library card? Why don't you just give all the other shits since you want to give every other goddamn information on him? So she gets all this shit, convoluted as hell. Make sure you dot those I's and cross those T's. She sees the lion, like, brings the kid to her, and then puts him down and says, my job's done, fuck you, lady, and walks away. And gives him the potion. Also, lion blood hit his bloodstream. I don't know why, but this reminded me of Catwoman with Halle Berry. Remember that shitty, like, CGI cat breathing, pretty much burping in her face? Use the power of a cat. Here it's, I'm going to stand over, my blood gets his bloodstream, then takes this stupid, whatever the fuck, this magic liquid thing, and now they brought him back to life, but I guess because there's lion blood in him, now he has the powers of a lion. What is he, Manimal? Forgive me for not being an expert on Kraven. Did he have superpowers in the comics? I thought he was just a badass hunter that knew what he was doing. That's what I thought he was. And he uses his cunning, his wit, and his knowledge of traps. Or is it like one of those where there was a run of comics where he had soupy powers? Soupy powers. He had the soupy powers in his poopy pants. Superpowers. I don't... Whatever. To be honest, the powers came off more goofy than anything. When he's running, he's on all fours, running on the walls, and running like a cat. It just looks goofy when anybody does that. When they do, it's hard to make that look badass or cool. It's very, 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 very difficult. And they didn't make it work in this. And why is it that the bigger the budget, the shittier the CGI? There's the lion that looks like crap. There's other CG that looks like crap. Don't get me started on the rhino. Okay, I'm started on the rhino. That looked like absolute goofball, goof troop horse shit. What the hell was that? I guess we can't do makeup effects anymore. We can't do a person in a suit anymore. That's against the law. It's illegal now. God forbid that low-budget movie. I mean, they only had $110 million, folks. They can't do makeup effects. They only have $110 million. Yeah, there are movies that had like $5 million to do makeup effects, and there's films back to the day that had $800,000 and they could do makeup effects, but they only have $110 million. What do you spend? Fucking miracles? You spent miracles, motherfucker? Huh? You spent miracles? You spent that? Huh? I do. So that's why I don't respect shit like this. This is fucking lazy. It's lazy. It's laziness. And why do people need to put up with laziness? You too negative. No, because I've seen a lot of good fucking movies in my life, and yes, it's subjective, and I can only say my subjective. And my subjective is, yes, I see a lot of good movies back in the day. There are some good movies today. But I'm not going to praise films I think are shit. Because I've seen too many movies, I've seen too many movies that I think are good, that calling this at all good would be a fallacy, a fucking fake, fraudulent fuckitude of full of shitness against movies that I do think are sincerely fun. Like Congo, I think is sincerely a fun entertainment B movie. Unlike this, which a lot of times is just fucking boring. Where there's a lack of soul, there's a lack of energy, and there's lack of direction. This director, he might as well be directing traffic. He didn't bring any style to this film. So throughout the flashback, he's given the special potion, and he decides to leave. He goes somewhere, there's a bison stampede, again done with horrible CGI. He sees two poachers, kills them. And I'm saying, you know what? I would not mind seeing a vigilante film where a guy goes after poachers. That'd be kind of interesting way of doing a vigilante movie. Going after poachers. Okay, and also it could create a dilemma for the viewer where on one end he's murdering people, killing people, like me and you killing. But at the same time, if you're an animal lover, you can appreciate kind of what he's doing, but you also know that he's crazy. But later to create a possible dilemma in the viewer. No, instead we gotta have this shitty Kraven movie. And yeah, it's rated R. Granted, when I see the blood, it looks a bit CGI. When they did the Red Band trailer, you pretty much saw all the best bits. Will I admit, there are a couple of moments that went, oh, that's cool. Yeah. That's why I could say I would put this above Madam Web and Morbius, because I don't think there's a single thing I said, oh. This I could say, oh, that was cool that he jumped in through the spear and hit the guy, and the guy flew out of the helicopter. Okay, that's a cool moment. Oh, wait, he turns around with the crossbow as if he's the banker. For all two of you that remember that movie from Robert Forster. Has a crossbow. The guy is hit the wall with the arrow. Oh, that was a cool moment. Oh, there's a trap where a guy gets his legs and he's being pulled to like a blade. This is in the trees. And you see a wide shot where he goes towards it and it collides. You see the almost like a blood explosion. Okay, that was kind of cool. They said there were moments, oh, that's kind of cool, and that's kind of cool, but few and far in between to make it a satisfying venture. The story, there's barely a story. Like, it takes forever for the movie to get going to the story. It's, here's this event where he kills a guy. We don't find out till later why he killed, well, we know he's a bad guy. So as far, we know at that point he killed him because he's a bad guy. Then we have the flashback. Then it's present day. And then, this one I'm talking about with the editing and the pacing. We see him go back to his home. He falls asleep like this, face down. Then cut to, he's on a road by a gate or something. Here's some poachers coming in. And there's like, I don't know, 6 of them. And he's like, hey, you're on my land, and how you killed some animals, and how come you took their horns? And I'm like, where the hell did this come from? Is this the same day? Is this the next day? Was it by osmosis that he knew these people were around? Is he the Sentinel? For those who remember that TV show, he just fucking knew. Like, we don't see that. It's just, he's sleeping, all of a sudden, he's there. I'm like, did I miss something here? Did I have a seizure and I blanked out? Did I have a blackout, folks? Did I have a blackout, folks? Did that on purpose. But Now, again, I thought it was kind of fun. He gets on the truck, kills them, slices their neck and stuff. At least there's a teeny bit of visceralness compared to Morbius, which was as dry as a nun's twat. But at least here there's a little bit of that. I appreciate that, but that's the only reason I would put this above Morbius and Madam Web. And honestly, I would rather watch this than the Venom movies, because the Venom, to me, those movies piss me off more, because I think Venom, there's so much you could do with it. Here, I don't think a Kraven the Hunter movie could work at all by himself without Spider-Man, so expectation, maybe that's why as well. But he kills four of them, some of them get away, later finds that poacher, shoots him with a crossbow, and I'm kind of looking at the time and going, this is like 40 minutes in, like 30, what was it, 30 minutes in? Anyway, I'm like, okay, if he's just going around killing random poachers, okay, at least let me know that's what it is. And think somehow, some way, by luck or bullshit randomness, finds Calypso after all these years. Because hunting is what I do. And I guess apparently the guy he killed in Russia, the prison, has something to do with her? Something like that? I can't remember. By random luck, he finds Calypso again. Oh, what you do? I'm a lawyer. I'm like, I don't give a shit. And the girl who played Calypso, she was boring as hell. The chemistry between her and Kraven is non-existent. Zero chemistry. Finally, we get to a semblance of a plot where our lead goes to see his brother, his half-brother, for his birthday. He gets taken. Kraven rushes towards him. That's where you get to see in the trailer, where he's jumping out of the window and stuff and running full speed. Bad guys get away. I think that's the bit where he tries to stop the chopper and then he throws the spear and it hits the guy. Oh, one of the big mercenaries that are bad guy is played by Alessandro Nivola. I don't mind this actor. I've seen him in Face Off. He was Nicolas Cage's brother in that. He was also in Jurassic Park 3. He was Sam Neill's buddy who took the eggs and he wasn't supposed to, and he helps the kid out with the pterodactyl. So I liked him as an actor. His performance was kind of interesting, and I think it could have been used in a better movie. Because he talked with this accent, and he has just a weird kind of personality to me, with the way he's talked and the way he interacts with people. They did in the right hands, maybe it could work. But then what they do with the rhino, I'm kind of sitting there going, what? Is that what they're doing? Somehow he saw a doctor and they did stuff to him. So he's like the opposite Bane. Like Bane needs to get the stuff injected him and he becomes Bane. Here is like he needs this stuff hooked in to not be Rhino. Just when he pulls out of his side, then he starts changing, he becomes Rhino. But then if he puts it back in, he calms down. And I go, I don't know about that. I think the terrible CGI doesn't help that. If you did that where it's like each time it happens is like an American Wolf in London type of effect, where he does it and then you see his arm or you see his head, or like done in practical. Maybe with that type of body horror, I could maybe go, okay, that's interesting. It's not like the comic, but that could be, but they don't do that, of course. And you can't say you can't, because There's a movie called The Substance that came out this year that did not cost $110 million that did stuff like that. So you can't tell me you can't do it. So yeah, he's the Rhino, this mercenary. You also have this other mercenary. I don't know if he's in the comments, but he can like hypnotize you. I think they call him the Foreigner. I'm like, what, the Jackie Chan movie? Or the Steven Seagal movie? But yeah, he could hypnotize you, and then you're in a trance, and then he could steal stuff from you and shoot you and all that. Watch out! I thought he was lame as fuck. He was so boring, so uninteresting of a character. And even like Rhino just didn't seem that threatening because he barely did anything. There's a meeting where some people try to shoot him, and when he's turned a bit, and it blocks the bullets. He has other people do stuff. You kill each other, and whoever's last will be my partner. But he doesn't do anything for a chunk of the movie until the very, very end. So that's why it's hard to feel him as an intimidating villain. It's like you're not doing anything. Russell Crowe has a very thick accent. I don't mind him as an actor. Hell, I liked him in The Pope's Exorcist. That was a good one. Liked him in Virtuosity. I've liked him in other stuff. And the way he played, I'm sitting there going, honestly, this guy seems more like Kraven the Hunter than Aaron Taylor Johnson. I'm sitting there going, you know what? Russell Crowe could have made a better Kraven the Hunter. Even if they want to do this anti-hero thing, which, think about that what you will. I mean, I'd rather see Russell Crowe. And he's a lot older, to be fair, but if he got in shape and worked out, I still would rather see him than Aaron Taylor Johnson. And Aaron Taylor Johnson wasn't even the worst part of this movie. It's just, I don't know. And again, this movie has this weird pacing where all of a sudden he's here, and all of a sudden he's here because he talked to the lawyer chit for a minute. Then he's over here, then he's over there. Then he's dealing with these bad guys. Then an avalanche fucking falls on him, and he can survive an avalanche. All these rocks falling on him, and he can survive. I'm like, that would kill a lion too. A bunch of fucking rocks falling on you. Terrible CGI. There's a bit where he's walking through the woods with the lawyer lady Calypso, and stop it, we are being hunted. And then this cat, I forget, is it a leopard, jaguar? I forget what leopard. I forget what it is. I want to say leopard. I don't remember. I'm bad with that. I'm blanking out. I should know. Maybe I couldn't barely tell it. It was such shitty CGI. And he rustles it and even says, yeah, you pissed? You can't hump me. You don't hump me. Yeah. Is the cat pissed? And I'm like, are you talking shit to a cat, dude? Am I meant to find this funny? Or what? He's like talking smack to the cat. I was ready for you pussy? Are you a big pussy or you little pussy? Come on, pussy cat, you pussy? Waiting for him to do that. So, again, wrestling that awful looking CGI animal. Like I said, the only time I perked up is when a violent thing happens. And there's a couple, oh, that's cool. Like, there's a bit, he does a bear trap and hits a guy in the face with it. Oh, no, dude, that's cool. I did in the trap where a guy, and there's like a sharp thing, and you see, like, him going towards like this, and when he gets there, it's like with blood. Oh, dude, that's cool. But again, some of those, like the one bad guy who can trance you, shoots him with darts, and then he has hallucinations. And apparently his worst fear is spiders. Get it? Because Spider-Man, spiders. So his fear is he sees these spiders. Oh my god, spiders! Granted, I hate spiders too, but it's like, oh, come on, really? Like, that's your Spider-Man nod. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the closest you're going to get to it, so hope you love it, because you ain't getting any closer to Spider-Man. Calypso kills that guy with an arrow. You get in this fight where there's a stampede of, like, bison. And really bad CG. Kraven's going after them. They're in. Something happens and Rhino unhooks himself and turns forward to the Rhino, and then you get this really terrible looking CG battle where this awful looking Rhino is hitting Kraven and he's spitting up blood. He's hitting some more. Kraven spit up more blood. He's moving out of the way for Rhino to hit. He's trying to keep stabbing. The knives keep breaking. You would think he would get the hint after the first time. No, he still comes back. Here's another knife. It broke. No, here's another knife. It broke. Until finally he sees the nodule on his side that he uses to put the stuff in. Because I know some people go, well, wait a minute. How does he stab the guy? Because he's bulletproof. It's because of the nodule that you got to put in to bring him to normal. You would think, though, during the fight that he would find a way to maybe make that not be a thing. So, hey, in case there's a fight, here's this big fucking bullseye on me. Maybe find a way to, make sure, hopefully no one stabs me in this area. But Kraven does, and it fucks the Rhino up. And then lassos him and gets him to the bison, and a bunch of CGI bison trampled the fuck out of Rhino. And I went, really? That's how Rhino gets defeated by a bunch of fucking buffalo? Or bison, whatever the hell you want? Shit. You're a fucking buffalo. And then I guess the Rhino dies? No sequel for you, I guess. And, well, no sequel for anybody, to be honest. Then, oh, big surprise. Russell Crowe was behind everything. Says some words to him and makes a CGI bear kill Russell Crowe. Again, another shitty looking CGI. Like the CGI bison and rhino and the bear and the this is such stupid looking, ridiculous, awful CG that takes you out of the movie because it looks like a cartoon. A fucking cartoon. With a plot that, for some reason, this movie has to be 2 hours long. There's barely a story, but yet it's over 2 hours long. The score, you're not going to remember a damn thing about it. Calypso, she's boring as shit. Aaron Taylor Johnson, through the motions. Russell Crowe, he's chewing the scenery up a little bit from time to time he shows up. Such a goofy looking rhino. Aside from a couple nice little moments of violence, that again, you probably see the trailer, Red Band, you probably saw it all. This ain't shit. And then it sets up stuff. That's another weird thing. By the end of the film, nothing has changed. Kraven finds this outfit his dad gives him, and he sits down for the poster shot. And I'm like, well, you already were Kraven to start, so you're Kraven still? Like, what have you changed? What has been gained? What has been the arc? What has been the progress? Usually it's, I don't want to be a hero, now I want to be a hero. Well, it's all about myself, but now it's going to be about others. I'm a good guy, but now I'm a bad guy. I'm a bad guy, now I'm a good guy. Nothing has changed. with this guy. His brother, now he's owning his dad's business. His half brother. By the way, his half brother, which I believe was in the comics, he had an operation of his own, and now he's the chameleon. He's the chameleon. Yes, there is a moment where you see he pretends to be Aaron Taylor Johnson, then he walks away and you see the white face of the chameleon and then changes to another face. But other than his brother becomes chameleon pretty much off screen, what I mean by that is I don't really get a notion that he was thinking of being a chameleon. It's just, oh, by the way, oh shit, he's got to be the chameleon. Did you put that in the script? No. Well, throw it in there. But we didn't have any build. Well, he's a guy who's afraid of everything. Yeah, but how's... Well, you know, just say, I always thought I was a chameleon. Like, he says a line like that. Like, in case you don't get it, oh, he's a chameleon because he said the word chameleon. Oh, shit. Not that you don't do anything with it because you're done, like dinner. Bye-bye. Thanks for playing, Sony. Play with your balls too much? And by the end, it seems like he's back where he fucking started. Kraven the Hunter. He rescued his brother just for his brother to be a bad guy. He killed his dad, who was the head of an organization, just for that to get another head of an organization, which is his half-brother. Was there... I mean, the love story... It's not even a love story. Like, there's no chemistry, but it's not like, oh, he gained a love, or he lost a love. It's like I watch nothing but random fucking scenes. So I'm glad Sony said we're not making any more of these type of films, although they did threaten us for more Venom. No, you should abandon that too. Just keep making your PlayStations, Sony. And also bring the fucking price down to the PlayStation 5, please. It's still like fucking $500-600. So fuck you for that, Sony, and fuck you for this movie too. This movie sucks. I think most people say it sucks for good reason. Unless you're Grace Randolph. So who's that? She's the same critic on YouTube. Because I've mentioned her a couple times. People go, who are you talking about? The reason I make fun of her is because she's the one that said, Deadpool, these movies should be PG-13. Because kids should be allowed to see these in the theater. They should not have to wait till they're 17 or 18 to see these. They should make them PG-13 so these kids can see these movies now. I'm like, you're dumb as fuck. I don't know how you got subscribers. No idea. I mean, someone as dumb as fuck as her gets... I just some people fail upwards, I guess. I don't know. But I know she was a fan of this movie. Talk about how it was like respected the source material, and I went, I barely know shit about the comics, and even I know I didn't respect the source material. What the fuck are you blabbing about, you dumb fuck? But that's Kraven the Hunter. I'm done. I'm done. It's not the worst movie I've seen this year. It's not even the top 10 worst. You know, at the end of the day, this movie is just more bland. It's more bland than anything. It's like I ate some spoiled white bread. Oh, not even spoiled, because that would hurt you. This didn't hurt me, it's just, I don't know, white, and I like bread. I don't know what analogy I could say. It's like watching golf. I don't, I'm just sitting there going, it's not hurting me, but man, I do a lot of fucking things better than my time than watch this. But with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Ciao.